Hi guys, how you doing? So this was the last round here at Azerbaijan Baku. It's lights out and off we go. And as you see here, we're starting this one in P22. And Pierre Gasly also starting right towards the back because of penalty. But we're going to get the move on both of the guys up ahead there. Yuri Vips being one of them and Pierre Gasly. So now we're up into P20, starting this one right from the back. Didn't get the best of qualifying results for this one. And we're looking to survive this this circuit. If you guys haven't seen, check out the card at the top of the screen for the full video. But yeah, just trying to navigate the circuit as safely as possible and try not to get into any commotion as well. And there you can just see our beautiful livery as we're looking for the move running outside of Nicholas Latifi, which we do just about get as we stick our nose on the inside and secure the move. And there we go, we have done it. And up into P19 there. Now there's a little left-right complex. We are just behind the Aston Martins right here of Stroll, Albon and Vettel. The Williams in there in the middle. And are we able to get any further moves done? We definitely are. Yes, we're going to get Stroll as well. We have a really good first lap here actually. Lots of good momentum being shown. But moving on to lap number 3, where things get a little bit more spread out. We now look for the move around Alexander Albon. Now, we do get the move done on the inside here, so we've just got a little bit more power than the Williams, and we also just have the DRS to use as well, so that is what we do. And look at that, we close off that position, take that pretty nicely there, and that will be another one for the books. Now, moving on a little later here, we do catch up to the 3 drivers up ahead here after our pit stops and everything. We catch up to Nicholas Latifi, Pierre Gasly and Lance Stroll, and definitely keen to try and get these moves done. So, we get the move done on the inside of Latifi there. Although he does fight back, but we do have a good exit here. And look for the switchback move, and look at that, we just about get it done. Close the door. There's 1 down, 2 to go. Are we going to close down this gap? As we go through the tight section, we do maintain our momentum, but we do eventually get Pierre Gasly. And then on lap 11 here, looking for the move on Lance Stroll. Can we get the Aston Martin here? The answer is yes. And we go in P18 for that one. Anyway, on to today's video. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jack Zaffer991. So this is the Canadian Grand Prix. Now this one is definitely a lot like the last one in terms of being more of a power circuit. So we might struggle a little bit around here, but just before we do so, look at our driver standings right here. We're actually in P12, so we have dropped down the order a little bit. And we are in P8 for the Constructors Championship. So yeah, we've definitely lost some to Alfa Romeo and McLaren. So hopefully we'll be trying to get that back. Maybe contesting for the top 6 or the top 5. Our performance this have been amazing. As you can see, we got a DNF at Monte Carlo. And Melbourne we got P21. We've not had the best of races so far. The best of series so far, sorry, for an opening season. But we did have a really good race at Spain, Circuit de Catalunya, Barcelona. So that actually did us a good favour in terms of our development in this season. Now we're just working on getting some upgrades here. I've started to look at getting some power in the vehicle, so that is exactly what I'm doing here. And we've got a couple of upgrades to make, which is what we're going to get done. And hopefully that's going to help us just fight our way through the pack on more of the power circuits. As I was saying, Canada is very much a power circuit, so we really do need to build this up. However, that's not going to come through till 26th of June there, the next tower, the spark plugs. And as you see here from the development table, we are at the moment sitting below Aston Martin and we're just above Williams. So we are quite low down. So all we can do is our best for this race here and just see how it goes. But anyway, we've got another rival duel here. So a lot like the last rival duel we had at Baku. However, we're going to try doing better this time. We actually already got a win, but it was quite boring. So I thought I'd only showcase the second and third race for this one. But all we got to do is get 3 wins to get lots of acclaim, lots of money basically. So that's what we're going to try and do. And as you see here, this Aston Martin V8 Vantage, I think this one is. Really, really good. Handles a little bit better than the other car. Got to say though, it is definitely, well, it's still a little bit understeery there. As you can see there, I'm just struggling to get to the right part of the track. I think it was understeer. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, in the comments. Let me know. But yeah, definitely need to spend a bit more time with these supercars if I want to get any good at these Pirelli hot laps. So I'm not too bothered, to be fair. As you see, we got quite an easy win for this first one here as we're coming out of the hairpin onto the main straight. And that's win number 2 there. So yeah, the first one was pretty boring because I already started ahead. There's not really much to report on there, but look at that. So we've got 2 wins there, so we've at least got 500 acclaim and 50,000 for dollars. Now onto the third race here. So we're right behind Tremblay, as you can see there, and we get a really good exit actually. So definitely have that supercar power that I've obviously grown to build up over the years on the channel. Oh, we do get a near disqualification for a warning there, and that unfortunately distracts me where I put a bit too much power down, and once again we make the same mistake and go into the wall. Say hello to Mr. Barrier once again, and unfortunately for us that is not going to be a win this time, but not too far of a gap that time, as much as it could have been in the last race. But still, that's 2 wins, so that's a silver medal. So that's actually going to help us with our development. We are on our way to get level 10 acclaim, so we can actually get a second sponsor, or third. I think it's, yeah, sorry, it's a second sponsor, as we've already got a main sponsor and a first sponsor. But anyway, we're going to be going around Canada here, and actually this qualifying session is going to be a little bit damp and wet. This is not what I've practiced for. I've practiced a lot in the dry, so there's a bit of a curveball being thrown at me here. Now we're just going to have to do our best, and same with the other teams as well. They're also going to adapt. Of course, with them being AI, they're already going to have a bit of a advantage there. So we come out the hairpin here to end, actually to start things off at even on our first outlap, and we just skip forward a lap later. See, Nicholas Latifi, the GOAT, is at the fastest time of the session so far. Only 1 lap in, of course, but that soon changes. Verstappen Ocon getting a 120.6. Now I don't really know what's good for wet tyre pace really around here, so, or sorry, should I say intermediate tyre pace, because this is definitely not what I've practiced for. I've done a lot of practice in the dry, so I was very much on the back foot for this one. But we do come away with a 122.601, so that's okay for now, P5, but that does become P22 once everyone's finished their laps. So you can see my time was very slow. We are up by 2.5 tenths at the moment, and as we cross the line it will be a 120.0, so that does move us up instantly into P10. Soon to become P11 though, as we enter our first lap on our soft tyres, and look at the improvement already. That's already 4 seconds quicker. That's going to be a 115.84. And I did want to do another lap, but I ran out of time unfortunately because I had to come back and refuel. So that will do us, and where we come up, well, we're going to be behind Ricardo, our rival in this season at the moment. Well, you're going to have to see where we qualified here. It's not the best of results, so we got a lot to fight for this one. But look at that, halfway through to level 9, so hopefully level 10 soon. But let's get going.
It's time once again then to go racing here in Montreal, the second largest French-speaking city in the world, and home since 1978 to the Canadian Grand Prix. It's one of the fastest races of the season here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 60% of this 2.7-mile circuit taken at full throttle. There are 14 corners to navigate, the very last of which has its very own infamous history and could be the cause of a safety car today. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And a very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Perez, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Russell, Norris, Ricciardo, Bottas, and Kevin Magnussen, Fernando Alonso, Mick Schumacher, Esteban Ocon, and Joe, Gasly, Tsunoda, Sebastian Vettel, and Alex Albon, Yuri Vips, Stroll, Jackson, and Nicholas Latifi. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Natalie Pinkham joins me once again in the commentary box. It's fantastic to have you with us today. I'm curious though, how do you think the drivers stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn 1, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It'll keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
And there we go, guys. So we're starting this one, second to last, P21 right here, just up ahead of Nicholas Latifi. Not ideal for us. We've got a lot to work towards for this race. So we're going to skip forward here, the end of our formation lap, and really just going to try and do what I can at the moment. We are below Aston Martin, above Williams, so I'd like to try and beat the two Williams if I can. We're going to see how this one goes, but let's focus on getting a start, which is okay. It's not too bad of a start there. So anyway, let's get going here. So revving out our car, make sure we get the good RPM that we need to. As for our start here, looks like we get a fairly good start considering our car specs. So we do get stuck at the moment. We're going to go for a couple moves here, but are we going to really be able to make up any positions? Up into P18 right now, we exceed track limits, get a warning for that. Going to make another position up here with Vettel. And can we get Tsunoda coming out of the first turn? Not quite. Sorry, the third turn, I think that was. Oh, a little bit of contact there with Tsunoda. Oh, that was not ideal there. So that's hopefully not going to affect us too much in this race. And we got Vettel there looking for the move on us, just behind. But Guan Yu Zhou just up ahead right now. Can we look at getting past the Alfa Romeo? Probably not. As you can see here, the pace difference is kind of night and day. My teammate Yuri Vips only started 2 positions ahead of me, and well, I think our team is on the back foot here. It's not the race for Asylum. So we're going to look for the move here. We get Guan Yu Zhou, but Stroll goes through, so we maintain our position here in P17. And especially compared to the Alfa Romeo, who's a lot higher up in the power chart, I think. We, in terms of the engine development and whatnot, we are definitely going to struggle here. And you can see here, both the Aston Martin and the Alfa Romeo definitely have a lot more pace on us.
Yellow flag.
And what's this? Yellow flag? What's happened?
Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
Okay, looks like there's been a DNF. Waiting for Mark to coordinate. Oh, there you go.
I've got some information on Hamilton for you. They're retiring from the race.
That is not a good sign there. Hamilton out of the race, and with us being a Mercedes engine in here, definitely something we need to be on the lookout for. We'll have to keep an eye on Russell. However, for us, that's really not ideal. Hopefully that doesn't affect us in this race, but yeah, you can see there. Tsunoda, we're losing in distance. We do make up the position, therefore, for Lewis Hamilton's DNF. But yeah, no safety car, no virtual safety car. It's just get him off track, really. So yeah, fighting off Guan Yu Zhou, who's on the slower tyre compound, bear in mind, and is still this much quicker than me. It's not ideal, this. I'm a little bit more used to the wheel now, and I have fine-tuned my force feedback settings for this race. So from this race onwards, it should be a lot more smoother. My inputs and hopefully my pace as well will be a little bit better. But yeah, it's definitely a back-of-the-pack sort of race, this one. Now, Ferrari are doing amazingly right here, as you can see on the little mini-map at the bottom left there. Ferrari is leading this race with Red Bull in between the two Ferraris. In fact, I think it's a checkerboard. Yeah, that's it. So it's Ferrari, Red Bull, Ferrari, Red Bull.
You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS.
So anyway, behind the two Alpha Taris right now, it will do us a good favour actually to hang on the back of Tsunoda and Gasly to maintain DRS, because that way it just gives us a bit of a fighting chance at not finishing this one last, basically. So we got DRS. It is about to be activated. Of course, our main concern is Guan Yu Zhou behind us.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Actually, never mind. Our new concern is really going to be that strategy. Once I click that button, oh, wrong button. I'm still getting used to the controls on this wheel. We're going to stick to our current strategy because pitting now will just not be a good idea. Although it might be best to change our wing, I think at the same time we just will have to make an extra pit stop later. So for any chance at surviving this race, just getting any positions made, I think I'm going to just have to stick it out. Our rival, Daniel Ricciardo, is up the order right now. I think he's up into P9 or P10, I'm not sure. But it looks like us, we're going to get corner cut in there because our car just wouldn't turn in quick enough. And I might have decided to do it a little bit too late there. So unfortunately for me, that's going to put me on the massive back foot. Guanyu Joe makes the dive on me and we get some damage. Look at that. Our car has seen better days.
Okay, we think the underbody's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious.
So our rear wing is red. We've got underbody damage. We've got front wing damage. I keep pressing the wrong button here. We're going to have to box this lap.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
And that's really not ideal. And because of that, we've already lost 2 seconds to Tsunoda now. Or 1.7 seconds. So no DRS for us. And now suddenly the race has developed into... Well, it's developed into not crashing. So really not ideal there. I think that incident, and as much as that and the incident with Tsunoda on lap 1, I think that's actually going to be really detrimental to our progress here. Because unless anything else does happen with the AI, that's really going to cost us a bit of getting the repairs done and taking an early pit stop here. So pitting at the end of lap 4, and can we get a good pit stop here? This will of course be very helpful for us. And look at that, we just get that activated on time there as we go into neutral. And there you go, going to be the first one to make a pit stop in this race. You can see our teammate Yuri Vips was just behind us there as well. And looking at our pit stop here, looks like we're going to get an okay pit stop, but it's taking a bit of time.
We had an issue attaching the front wing. I know it's not ideal, but let's try and put it behind us and get back into this race.
Alright, so our front wing's been repaired, but unfortunately, as for the rear wing and the side pods, that has not been repaired.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
So for us, that's really going to mean that we're going to have to fight even harder for a chance to get good results here.
DRS will be offline. There's a fault with the rear wing system. Stay out, we can work on a fix remotely.
Okay, so that's not ideal there. So our rear wing is completely gone. And unfortunately for us, that's made our race, well, get flushed down the toilet. So we do finish this one in P21, our teammate P20, so that was not a race for Asylum there. We definitely need to work on our power for the car and just generally maximise our performance.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
But yeah, that's going to do it for us there, unfortunately. Charles Leclerc gets the win, so really strong this year for this first season here. Won so many of these races at this point. I'll have to get the graph out.
A truly magnificent drive and a great performance from the entire team to secure victory here in Canada. So Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Here come our winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again. Let's see how the driver standings have changed. Charles Leclerc, currently leading the championship standings, extends his lead even further with this result. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Natalie Pinkham, come on, who do you pick?
Charles Leclerc showed exactly how to manage yourself out on track today. He was almost flawless out there. Incredible stuff.
It's time to check out the Constructors Standings. Ferrari continue to extend the gap at the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Wow, okay, so that was very tough for us, that race and last race. So we're at Britain next time and we need to try and be better for our home circuit. So I'm going to do some practice and hopefully be able to give you guys a good result. Of course, we didn't beat Daniel Ricciardo, unfortunately, and our team do get stoned at last in this race. So I think we're going to have to make some serious developments here for the future. But yeah, it's all in all, we just got to work a bit harder and we will get there eventually. But I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. And be sure to click the video on the screen. If you like racing, you're in the right place. Like and subscribe. on the way to 1,000 subscribers, and yeah, I think you guys would enjoy this one. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good one and take care.